Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at Blackhinder's Big Rogue. Big Rogue is one of my favourite deck types. We've been playing a bunch of it in Wild and having quite a lot of fun. In case you haven't seen Big Rogue before, it usually focuses around using Necrium Blade, usually fetched up with a Cavern Shiny Finder, to attack on turn 3, and then on turn 4 you drop a Kobold Illusionist, attack in with that Necrium Blade, trigger its Death Rattle, which triggers your Kobold Illusionist's Death Rattle, and hopefully summons a 1/1 copy of, the Lich King, or even better, summoning a 1/1 copy of Silver Vanguard, which then when it dies, gets you a real Lich King. And we've been doing a lot of this in Wild. It's amazing. I've actually got a Wild Big Rogue list here that we've been playing around with. And as you can see, if those Silver Vanguards die, you've got great choices like Kel'Thuzad, Ragnaros. This deck has Sneeds in it as well. And you even got other high rolly cards like a Yashaj you can get off the Illusionist, or you can play Barnes in order to kind of do the same thing. So Big Rogue's certainly a really interesting deck in Wild, and a very powerful one at that. You get to do big over-the-top powerful things, and that's all I really want to do in Wild. So what Blackhinder's got here is a bit more of a standard version. As you can see, we're playing all standard cards, which means you need to make some sacrifices in terms of power level. In terms of what we're trying to drop into play or cheat into play, you can see we still do have Lich King, but we've also got Charged Devilsaur, which is an okay card to cheat into play, as it does have charge, can help you deal with something on board. And we've also got Deranged Doctor, which I think is maybe not the most ideal 8-drop. It does have pretty good stats. It is an 8/8. But it's not as game-changing as a card like Ragnaros or anything like that. The Death Rattle on it, though, could be potentially useful. One thing we will be keeping an eye out for is if this Deranged Doctor does help us maybe stabilize after a rough early or mid-game. Maybe we can even Necrium Vial onto it and gain 16, like that's pretty good. Or we'll see if the 8 health really doesn't matter, that we just get stomped in the early game regardless, and that it really just is an 8 mana 8/8. Other than that, we've got a lot of other sweet Death Rattles to play around with here. We've got Mechanical Whelps, which is fantastic. We can summon some 7/7 Mechanical Dragons. Even a cute little Ziliax in here. I like this. We can magnetize onto it. I can definitely appreciate that. We've got some Carnivorous Cubes in here, which we can use to potentially reset the 1/1-ness of the Kobold Illusionist minions. We can use it to trigger our Silver Vanguards, trigger our other Death Rattles, and it also does have quite a lot of high roll potential, quite a lot of, if our opponent doesn't answer this and we do hit it with a Necrium Blade, that might just be GG if we've managed to eat something big enough. Outside of that, very typical kind of selections here. We've got some early game control, backstab, eviscerate, sap as well. It's going to do great. Just the one sap here, which I think is interesting. I'd like to see a second one in here. Fan of Knives going to be great against those early game aggressive decks. And a real interesting one is this Blight Nozzle Crawler, something I haven't played around with in Big Rogue before, but we have played around in like Death Rattle Rogue, standard ones. And I think the Blight Nozzle Crawler does a good job of contesting the board, especially in those early mid-game turns. However, in this deck, its work is really going to be cut out for it, because outside of the Necrium Blades and the Cavern Shiny Finders and this small selection of control, which we have to draw, the Blight Nozzle Crawler, it's really going to have to do some work in order to make us not die. But does have a couple of synergies here, so certainly looking forward to playing with this one. The only card that I would say is kind of notably absent from this deck is Spirit Singer Umbra, which we can bring up here. And this is a massive card, I think, in other versions of the deck, and even in Death Rattle Rogue, we've played it before, as it's a threat your opponent has to deal with, otherwise you will get untold advantage off of a Spirit Singer Umbra. It really lets you kind of go off, and even in those later turns, that turn 7, 8, 9, we can play a Spirit Singer Umbra, then play a Kobold Illusionist, and things just start going off from there. So I think this is kind of a notable omission, as well as just the one prep and just the one sap. I can respect the one prep, but do feel like we need the second sap. Regardless, we're going to jump into some games here, and even if we don't get many wins, we'll certainly get some learns about how this archetype goes competing in in Standard. It does look like Blackhinder managed to hit top 100 Legend with this deck, so it does have a fair bit of pedigree behind it. So we're certainly hoping to maybe replicate some of their success. Regardless, let's get into it and have some fun. Alright, up against Priest here. Rubbish hand, so we're just going to go for 3 fresh ones. Hoping to pick up a Cavern Shiny Finder. Necroom Blade Blight Nozzle Crawler is okay. There's the Shiny Finder, so hopefully we don't draw the other Necroom Blade. And hopefully we never draw the other Shiny Finder. Coin on 2. So maybe Mechathune? No? No. Loot Hoarder or Bell Ringer. Bell Ringer? Dead Ringer. Which I guess we should be happy with, because it means we don't have to worry about this Cavern Shiny Finder getting contested. We might even be able to get like a turn 3 Necroom Blade, turn 4 Blight Nozzle, turn 5 cube the Blight Nozzle, and then trigger the cube. That could be interesting. Is this a Holy Smite? Gonna hop out, low it, no worries. Have a good one.
Here we go.
I don't think I'm going to attack with this Necroom Blade. I think we can hold it for 1 turn. Like, I really don't think we're going to need to trigger the Blight Nozzle Crawler Death Rattle. If our opponent has a kind of Corrosive Ooze here, then they have it, and that's fine. But I think we're more likely to need this Necroom Blade next turn. Or not.
Here we go.
Good thing is this Blight Nozzle Crawler does not die to Duskbreaker. If they do have it. Dark Rituals. Tommy, long time no see, bro. And yeah, it's been a hot minute. What have you been up to? How's your weekend? No! Oh well, we're gonna cube this anyway. Even a prep Necroom Bowl. It's pretty fun.
Here we go.
Alright, let's see how much damage we can get in before our opponent Psychic Screams. They did coin turn 1, so even a Mass Hysteria here leaves us with a bunch of goobers around, so I think we're in a good position. Yeah, Dark Rituals, we're playing some of Blackhinder's Big Rogue. Top 100 Legend Big Rogue. Certainly a deck that we've had a lot of fun with in the past. Enrolled in school, been off the HS as the meta isn't for me. That's fair enough. What have you been doing at school? What kind of school are we talking about? We're talking about high school, talking about uni, talking about college, talking about other stuff.
I wonder.
I think we'll set up the Necroom Blade this turn. Because I want to have it ready to go if our opponent has Psychic Scream on 7, so that we can trigger it with a Silver Vanguard. Alternatively, we could Zilliax here and punch our opponent for a bit more damage. Go for the Necroom Blade.
Here we go.
And we could go for the Necroom Vial, like prep Necroom Vial, but I think this game is going to be decided upon. Does our opponent have does our opponent have the Psychic Scream? Can we play around it as opposed to us like
must consider
be killing them before the Psychic Scream? Like I think what am I trying to say here? I think if they have a card like Mass Hysteria, like we should be playing the game where we even if we lose a bunch of our board to Mass Hysteria, then they have the Psychic Scream, we're still in it, as opposed to playing the game where we just think we need to kill them before Psychic Scream, and like commit more to that. I hope I'm getting my thoughts right. That was kind of a lot to think about in those last 1 or 2 turns, but yeah, wow, we got there quick. You know, our opponent didn't have a lot to do in that early game, let us set up, Cube was phenomenal, and we still had plenty of options, so I think a bit of a lucky draw there. I think we mulliganed quite well, but yeah, wow, GG's. Okay, here we are with the Big Rogue, and I think we're going to keep this 2-2-3-4 curve, and we might even be able to get a Lich King copy, which is one of the stronger copies I think we can get, so we'll keep this. Sap is good, it's a non-creature.
None will survive.
Ooh, Odd Mage. Don't think our Necrium Blade is going to do too much here. I guess we can save this backstab to potentially kill the 3-mana 3/4 with our Necrium Blade. Good. I'm just really hoping we're not going to draw a minion in the next couple of turns to stuff our play up here. Check out No Hands Even Pally. Hit rank 1 legend with it yesterday. I did see him post that up. I think I retweeted it. Runs a quality sound of bells and spirits. It does seem really cool. I will have to check that out. Oh, we got another backstab as well.
Here we go.
Definitely happy to fire one of these off. Save us some damage. See if our opponent has the weapon removal, which I can't imagine. Can't imagine Odd Mage runs weapon removal. Would it? No! Blight Nozzle Crawler! Some run Gluttonous Ooze? Do we go for it? Do we go for the 50-50?
I wonder.
Like, I'm sure it's fine.
Monsters behind you.
Come on.
Here we go.
Always Blight Nozzle Crawler. Like we could have tried to delay it for a turn and like played the Blight Nozzle Crawler, but I feel like every time we've done that in like in the wild version of the deck, we always draw the minion the next turn as well.
What to do? What to do?
Ripperoni.
welcome to the show.
Okay. But can't ping? Weird.
Backstab.
No one can hold me.
Alright. Got our Silver Vanguard out. We can even maybe coin the next one out, but we might try and coin this Lich King. It's my friend, Deranged Doctor.
Tastes like cherries.
Not sure if our opponent's got a bit of regretty there.
Look! No shinies.
We'll just set up our Necron Blade.
Here we go.
Probably looking to hit it on this Silver Vanguard. Our opponent is confused. Yeah, I think our opponent might have been thinking that 8 mana minions were a bit weaker than 8/8s. Yes.
No walls can hold me.
Pull packs a punch.
I'm gonna hold this. Toy Wave, do I want Death Star V3's rank 1 legend deck? Yeah. Yeah, I do. We do have a Beast Hunter deck that I'm going to be playing later today.
Cherries.
But yeah, I'll take a look at any Death Star V3 deck. Thanks, Prophecy. Appreciate. Little hi hello. Oh my gosh. Everyone's popping up in chat now. What up, Toy Wave? How's your day going so far? We're having a fantastic day. We had a great weekend. It's very chilled out. We played some games. Learned some new games. Watched some StarCraft. It's an excellent day. Really excellent. Thank you for asking. It's on his Twitter. I'll have to take a look in a hot minute. Oh!
Pull packs a punch. Pull packs a punch.
Alright. As much as I would have loved to have traded, cubed, attacked with the Necron Blade, done some cool stuff there, I think we'll put our opponent out of their misery. But there you go, against the odd match. So a bit of an interesting... I definitely think our opponent was caught off guard there. You know, playing that Fire Eater for no value, killing that 1/1 Vanguard. Like, I guess what I thought what they might have been trying to do is kill it, and then they had like maybe a I don't know, like not a polymorph, but like something to freeze or some kind of answer to a big minion. But they didn't. They didn't. Maybe they just thought we had the Necron Vial in play, and they were like, well, 1 8 cost is better than potentially 3 8 costs. There we go. So GG's. Okay, here up against a rogue. With Blackhinder's big rogue, I think we'll send everything back, although kind of tempted to keep this Fan of Knives. Yeah, I think we'll keep the fan. No, we want more shots at hitting a Cabin Shiny Finder. Typing on the train is killing me. Do you own the shop? I certainly don't. Although that's a thing that I have thought quite a lot about. And at some point, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, about 5 years ago, I did have the thought of opening my own store, my own card store. Had the money to do it too, but I think after my mental health took a big shot, I think the stress of trying to do something like that was definitely way out of the realm of possibility.
Here we go.
Could be on the mirror here, friends. now may be better. Like, now's a better time to open a store. Probably, definitely not. I think, and I'm really glad that I didn't, because,
So many.
you know, in the maybe 3 years after.
Ooh, monsters behind you.
Yeah, we got a mirror, friends. In the 3 years after we, sorry, I need to think about this. So we could eviscerate dagger, see what comes out, then sap it.
So many options.
I don't know, I feel like we have the sap, so we aren't really too concerned about the illusionist unless they have like Necrome Vial, which they totally could. Like prep Necrome Vial.
I wonder.
Let's go for the crawler, see what happens. They have the prep Necrome Vial. I think we're pretty well dunked. But this could set us up potentially where, like, maybe they go for a play that puts like a silver, the 1/1 silver Vanguard in play. We can sap it, or maybe something pops out and we can get it with the 1/1. There's their own Blight Nozzle. So let's see what pops out. Mechanical Whelp.
Job's done.
Sorry, in the 3 years. Yes, okay. Thank you. In the 3 years after I decided to not open or look at opening the store, so many stores opened up. Thanks for reminding me about that, sorry. So many stores opened up. Like,
Here we go.
we went from maybe having, what, six kind of big Magic stores in Victoria, to now we have over a dozen. Over a dozen Advanced Plus stores. Which I found out recently thanks to a really well written article about the state of the Magic scene in Scotland. Victoria has more Advanced Plus stores than Scotland has Magic stores. Which is wild, to say the least. Do we trade here and then drop a Vanguard? I think we do.
Backstab.
No walls.
Like, it's kind of tempting to cube the Illusionist, but the upside on the Illusionist is not great with this selection of minions. Like, what, we want to get some Stone Tusk Boars or something? Whereas the upside, if we cube the Silver Vanguard, maybe a bit higher. Same body, but more chances to get the Death Rattle off, even though we actually have a lot of our 8-drops in hand, which is truly frustrating. Kill the Kobold Illusionist. Maybe we have to go for the trade, hope that it drops the clone on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any of everything except the cube. Alright, our opponent's going to do it for us? No? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the question? More than we have in New York City. Really? How many stores are there in New York City?
Backstab.
Come on. Okay. See if our opponent has you know, Necrome Vial or something like that to really push the advantage here. I think think whoever does that really has the advantage. Though our opponent only has mechanical dragons in their cube, whereas we have charged Devil's Oars. So we have a bit more potential. Cloudy, what's going on? Big Rogue in standard, heck yeah. Managed to find this list on HS Replays. Up on the front page there. Blackhinder's Big Rogue. Having some fun with it. We've actually played a bunch of Big Rogue in Wild. Really enjoyed Big Rogue in Wild. Feels great dropping Kel'Thuzards and Lich Kings. All of my favourite voice lines.
I wonder.
Wild Big Rogue is spooky. Yeah, big spoops. Per capita, not as many as Victoria. Oh yeah, I mean Victoria would only have what, 4 million-ish people. Alright, there's Necron Vial. And the Shiny Finder, okay. Oh, there's our own Necron Blade. But we're probably just going to die next turn. Huh. And we can Necron Blade and then dagger up.
So many options.
I think that's our best chance. See if we can math it from here. Oh, we have to trade with both of these. Really?
Here we go.
I think if we needed to do that, then we should have weakened knifed and then attacked. Victoria's bigger than LA. Well, Victoria probably has a higher land mass, surface area. What do we say? Land mass of Victoria. 237,000 square kilometers. Landmass of Los Angeles. 1,300 square kilometers. So Victoria has a land mass of like 200 times as much land mass as Los Angeles. Okay, friends, we're in a bit of a toilet. A toilet is how I would describe this. So
many options.
And we just play Lich King and hope that we don't die. Right? Like this is not enough damage to push through. Yeah, Victoria is a state. But I guess Victoria and Melbourne are very like you do not have too many like really, really far out stores that are that kind of high level store. You've got a couple. We got
Well
done
played.
there.
Well played.
Dunked in the mirror. And we both had pretty anemic draws. Neither of us had the kind of Cavern Shiny Finder Necron Blade, but that was really fun. I hope more people get on this big rogue action. Especially considering you know, Blackhinder did take top 100 legend. I think that shows you that the deck is definitely viable. Okay, we're here with Blackhinder's Big Rogue, top 100 legend Big Rogue. Played some games with this, and I'm really, really impressed, thoroughly impressed, in fact, at this Big Rogue list. I think it's very well. The numbers are very good. It's very well worked out. You saw that we had some excellent draws. You know, those Cavern Shiny Finder, Cavern Shiny Finder Cobalt Illusionist draws are just absolutely mint. we were able to kind of dig ourselves out of some sticky situations as well. But you also saw some of the weaknesses, you know, that we can draw a lot of these 8 drops that, you know, if we don't hit the Cavern Shiny Finder or Necroom Blade early on, we're kind of not doing anything probably until we get to that turn 5, 6, 7 once we do draw a lot of our business. I would love to experiment with this Deranged Doctor slot as well, whilst I'm sure that the Death Rattle of the Deranged Doctor is going to really help with some matchups and in some games. I'd also love to see, like, how does a card like Splitting Fester Root go, given that it has Death Rattle and the things that it poops out also have Death Rattle. You know, Violet Worm, or maybe just experimenting, just playing more like Charged Devils or just the solid kind of 8 drops, like, you know, we could play Gilnean Royal Guard or Moshog Enforcer or something like that. Just kind of experiment with those things, and I'd really love to find to test out Umbra in this list, or the second sap. Regardless, if you are watching this video on YouTube, firstly, if you can make this deck, definitely try it out. Secondly, all the links are in the description, including a link over to the Hearthstone deck article. Jump over there, give Blackhinder a +1, leave a lovely thoughtful comment, like I know you will. Let them know what you think about Big Rogue in Standard. You can also get me on Twitter at Tommy_Wave. If you've got a sweet deck like this, please link it through to me. You can also watch me live on Twitch, Tommy_Wave as well. Feel free to drop us a follow and check us out sometime. Regardless, thank you all for watching. Stay safe, stay wavy, eat the rich, and cheat out a Devil's Law. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.